Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Carolina Panthers. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Sanders now to the air right away. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. And nothing doing on that one.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. The Panthers at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the gun, it's Shador. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
The 47-yard line.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He was brought down there by Julian Love.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll get nothing out of that one. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Ball at the 33, second and 9.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80. 18, Rattler.
Sanders to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
That's a gain of 4.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Sanders going to throw again. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Trevor Etienne with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 as their own 19-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, ready.
First carry here for Ken Walker. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got it out. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets this up past the 30. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Panther 60, Panther.
Back to Walker on first down. And they can't bring him down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Rig, 60 Eagles, 19 Lions. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37.
That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 12.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, check 70 Lions.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Spinning past him. He's still on his feet. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Ready.
And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Start with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
That caught by Tremble. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the the catch and run. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Up the gun, McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
From the gun on third down, Sanders. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Hey!
He'll go with a keeper. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back on into the line of scrimmage. They'll try and sneak it here. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. A beautiful fake. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
A gain of 14. First down, Seattle.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Panthers take over first and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, it'll be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball. Are still in that dreaded in the hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Trap 60, trap 60, go! 19 Lions.
To throw is Sanders. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jalen Coker, 39 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. The touchdown. This is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
The Sehawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Get it. Cougar like 7 Pirates. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10.
40, 70.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Going deep for Walker. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
These guys running back out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half.
1st down, Seahawks.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Back to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Wow, that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And we take it in by Shaheed. And he is out of bounds but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got Smith and Jigba. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll look to throw again. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Screenplay, here's ETN. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Cougar 19. Go street. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Sanders. Here's a diving catch right side. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Cowboy
A carry here for Trevor Etienne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 10.
19 Wyatt. 19 Driver. 19 Driver.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And these guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed.
Rashid Shaheed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. They're on 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Check, contact, check, contact. 19-18.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
109 yards rushing for him so far this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. Set, go.
He'll drop to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders.
And this one is incomplete.
The
honestly was surprised in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Dragon 60. 79 Broncos.
Here's Sanders. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw out wide to Walker. A solid stiff arm. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Again, Walker. And another negative play there as they stop. Him again. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Go Street. 19 Lions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Warriors 70. Come on, come on.
Throwing, Sanders. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Carolina. And now Mitchell. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. He juked him. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Go check.
The first half, we were treated to a lot of points. So far in the second half, we've seen more of the same.
If you play on offense, this is your kind of game. You've accumulated a whole lot of points, statistics, feeling great about things. Makes me wonder, though, halftime, defensive coordinators, defensive coaches.
Maybe nobody was listening.
Adjustments. Tell you what, you hear this sound? That's the sound of the game plan on defense for both sides. Just tear it up and throw it out. They haven't figured out anything.
Oh, they shredded it. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now back to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And incomplete on a deep ball.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. High-scoring first half, and to this point, a high-scoring second half. A lot of offense, Charles.
Very entertaining game for guys like you and me, being able to watch it. Anyone who's here in the stadium, they've got to be having a blast wondering who's going to score next and who's going to gain an advantage. The people who hate this,
The guys that play your old position.
my own position, anyone on defense, this is not a satisfying game for them, not at all.
Yeah, these offenses rolling. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
Cougar 19. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. 19 Lions.
Now Sanders. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The rookie from Colorado on target with that throw, and they've got a 1st down. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey,
A 6-yard touchdown run.
and the Panthers will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Sehawks 35. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
Oh, what a move.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This one goes underneath to Walker. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Second down and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him do too much.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Mustang 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hey, Cash.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line.
The Seahawks. First down.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll set up a throw. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. That'll be caught by Cup. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Sanders to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
70 Lions. 19 Lions. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. And he is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback that's a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Bronco 80.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
ETN on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A rough go there on 3rd down. A loss of 4. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Carolina, they moved to 9-7 on the year with 1 game remaining. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.